You come home and the tail wag is shorter. You grab the leash, and instead of the usual spinning frenzy, they just stand up slowly. You tell yourself they're just getting older, or maybe they're just chill today. But what if I told you that your dog isn't just tired? What if I told you they are trapped in a silent gray fog that science is finally starting to understand? Today, we're looking past the good boy exterior. We're diving into the neurobiology of canine depression, the 7 subtle red flags you've been conditioned to ignore, and the one winning lifestyle change that can pull them back into the light. Because your dog has been screaming for help for months. You just didn't know the language. Let's get one thing straight. Dogs don't get lazy. In the wild, inactivity is a survival risk. If a dog stops engaging with their environment, something is fundamentally broken in their reward system. When a human is depressed, we talk about a lack of serotonin and dopamine. In dogs, it's remarkably similar. A study from the University of Bristol found that dogs in prolonged stressful environments, like shelters or homes with high conflict owners, showed pessimistic cognitive biases. They literally stop expecting good things to happen. If your dog used to sprint to the door and now they barely lift their head from their paws, that's not maturity, that's anhedonia, the clinical inability to feel pleasure. To save your dog, you have to recognize the signs. Here is what depression actually looks like in a canine. First, changes in appetite. Some dogs stop eating, but many stress eat. If they're suddenly obsessed with food but indifferent to play, pay attention. Second, the Velcro shift, or the hermit. If your independent dog suddenly won't leave your side, or your cuddly dog starts sleeping in the bathtub or a closet, they are struggling to regulate their emotions. Third, loss of interest. This is the big one. The favorite ball stays under the couch. The walk word doesn't trigger a head tilt. Fourth, excessive licking. Often mistaken for allergies, dogs lick their paws or limbs to release endorphins. It's a self-soothing mechanism, much like a human pacing or biting their nails. Fifth, sleep disturbances. Healthy dogs sleep a lot, but depressed dogs sleep heavily during times they should be active, yet appear restless at night. Sixth, avoidance of eye contact. A depressed dog often has soft or averting eyes. They've withdrawn from the social contract of the household. Seventh, sudden aggression or irritability. This is a low tolerance for things that never used to bother them. It's easy to feel guilty, but often canine depression is a byproduct of the modern human lifestyle. We've bred dogs for thousands of years to have jobs. Now, their job is to wait 10 hours for us to finish a Zoom call. This understimulation leads to learned helplessness. When a dog feels they have no control over their environment, when their walks are always at the same time, the same route with no sniffing allowed, their brain begins to shut down. Then there's emotional contagion. Your dog is a mirror. If you are stressed, depressed, or burnt out, your dog is absorbing those cortisol spikes through your scent and your heart rate. You aren't just roommates, you are a single biological unit. So, how do we fix it? It isn't just more treats, it's about enrichment and agency. Start with the Sniffari. Stop pulling the leash. Let them lead. 20 minutes of intense sniffing is more exhausting and rewarding for a dog's brain than a 2-mile run. It engages the olfactory bulb, which is linked directly to the emotion processing centers of the brain. Next, try novelty training. Teach them a useless trick. It's not about the trick, it's about the dopamine hit of solving a puzzle. Then try a social reset. If they're dog-friendly, a new environment can reboot their curiosity. Most importantly, check the health. Before you assume it's mental, see a vet. Chronic pain, like undiagnosed arthritis, looks exactly like depression. Your dog gives you their entire life. In exchange, they only ask for one thing: to be seen. Not just fed, not just walked, but seen. If you've noticed these signs, don't spiral into guilt. Use it as a wake-up call. Start today. Change the route. Put down the phone. Sit on the floor with them for 10 minutes and do nothing else. Because the wag is still in there. They're just waiting for you to help them find it. If this video helped you understand your furry best friend a little better, hit that like button. It helps us reach more owners who might be sitting at home right now, wondering why their dog seems so quiet. Subscribe for more deep dives into the secret lives of our pets. See you in the next one.